Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the end times, and welcome to the antagonist review for the Cosmic Cult. Now, for reference, Cosmic Cult is very much in a playtest state, especially on the public servers. I believe ImpStation, the source for the Blood Cult, or not Blood Cult, Cosmic Cult, telling them apart is. We'll get to why I confuse them in a second, but I believe that the Cosmic Cult on Imp themselves, where it's originally from, is a fair bit more updated. But as it stands right now, the Cosmic Cult just kind of has one gigantic issue. I'll go over its mechanics, how it goes through a round, and then the big issue with the Cosmic Cult once I'm done. Alright? Alright. The way a Cosmic Cult functions in general is they are a conversion antagonist that starts off with just a few cultists before going and converting many people and then eventually rising up to become a round-ending and station-ending threat. Now, the way you convert people is quite simple. You go up to them, like you walk up to them and you press the stun button after a short delay, which they can't see. You shunt them out of reality. And once they are shunted out of reality, you can then take them to your Cosmic Cult beacon and turn them into one of you. This does not work on mind shielded people until you get to a certain phase of operation. But essentially, that's how it works. You're a conversion antag, you have one fucking slot. Yeah, you're pretty basic. And the thing that turns us from just not, revolutionaries, but a discount and, blood cult, but also a discount, is entropy. You can walk up to someone, do a hidden little delay thing, do afterbar they're called, and they will get shunted out of entropy, which does a little bit of cold damage to them over time once you're done, and turns them into nothing. Yeah, that's the weird part. People that take entropy damage, like you siphon entropy from them, they don't really have a way to notice what the hell caused their cold damage. And with how, obvious space is, it can actually be pretty difficult to figure out when and where the Cosmic Cult is or who was your members. Which is good. That's the whole point of it. You're supposed to be hidden. Here's the thing, though. Entropy sucks. For reference, Ascension is where the Cosmic Cult becomes obvious it's on station, and then True Ascension, which these words mean nothing, but basically, True Ascension is where you do the final ritual to summon your god and win. The first Ascension just makes it so there's a bunch of, fountains of entropy that show up. You can harvest them to augment yourself and convert the AI. It's eventually meant to have other uses, probably, but right now I think it's just the AI. And Ascension can be achieved by two ways that I believe influence each other. Either having a certain amount of entropy, which, speaking of, entropy is shared between people. So, if you convert a newly formed cultist, and you have harvested a bunch of entropy, they gain access to it and get to spend it themselves. Essentially, if you have 20 entropy, everyone gets to spend 20 entropy worth of abilities. And these abilities are 8 entropy for you don't have to eat. Yeah. 12 entropy for you don't get cold. Or, I believe, it was either you don't get cold or you are unaffected by lack of gravity. Yeah, for how difficult entropy is to gather, because it's 1 entropy per person, it takes forever, and if you do entropy, it's impossible to get additional converts without tripping the there's Cosmic Cultists on the station. ACDM increase announcements. It's just, like, why? It just sucks. Like, honestly, it just straight up is hot fucking garbage. There's no reason to use entropy ever. Even when you ascend, you never have a use for entropy. Because once you ascend, you get access to turning emergency EVA suits and any blade into incredibly powerful hard suits, which with really, really good armor and really, really good damage, with the additional benefit that anyone who isn't a cosmic cultist that picks up either the armor or the weapons, they will take cold damage over time, and really rapidly. That over time is pretty good. So they can't use your weapons, but you can, and your other abilities are like a Nova. You get additional abilities when you're ascending. You can shoot a Nova, you can flashbang people, but these cost so much entropy that there's no reason to do it. And again, every time you put entropy into the fucking monument, which I'll talk about in a second, you essentially just lose out on converts, which are the real weapon here. There's not enough in the Cosmic Cult's current repertoire, geez, say that 3 times fast, that allows them to make good use of entropy, so entropy is just kind of trolling. If you take it, if you take entropy at all, you're kind of just throwing. Yeah. Another thing that the Cosmic Cult needs to have, and this is the most important one, that thing. That is the monument. See, the monument is your most important thing, and if your monument gets cleansed before you ascend, which, speaking of, it is invisible to the naked eye. If you're untrained, you cannot see the monument, but you can see the glyphs it scribes. And the monument's glyphs are, well, the only one you ever really need to care about are the conversion one, which converts people. And the other ones that turn weapons into weapons and armor into or special armor. And the one that, once you're ascended, that breaks through mind shields. Yeah. You get, I believe, only one relocation after you start your first initial ascension. And, oh yeah, also, at the start of every Cosmic Cult round, there's about 3 people who are converted to cultists automatically, you know, Antag selection, all that shit. And, then those people vote for who they want to be their Cosmic Cultist Herald. The Herald acts as not a leader. They're not required to lead. They can't force anyone to listen to them because, of course. But they get to decide where the monument is placed. And once the monument is placed down, then that becomes your base. Now, a couple of other things. Once the monument's location is known... Oh, and speaking of, when the monument is placed, it only becomes visible once true ascension happens. This is a problem because there's no way to stop the Cosmic Cultists once they're done. Oh, for fuck. Once the Cosmic Cultists are aware on station and their rifts start spawning in, a lot of shifts enter a stalemate where there's no way to formally kill the monument, and there's also no way to formally kill security. You essentially just enter into a constant thing of the last couple Cosmic Cultists hide constantly. And, yeah. It's, they hide constantly, and the round never ends. We never go off red alert because nothing ever ends. You know, the usual. And we run solo infinitely. Yeah. Fucking classic. Now, once you get to phase 3, well, every Cosmic Cultist gets this bright-ass visible thing in front of them, and the monument becomes visible and starts charging up once the Herald makes it charge up. And this is the end. Once it's the end, then we can just start mass converting armors and also shatter mind shields. Now, this is where, normally, the only way to stop this is to get a chaplain to the monument. The chaplain is the only way the monument can be stopped. Here's the problem, though. The chaplain's dead by this point. Like, for reference, the cosmic cultist thing that cosmic cultists always do is they start out with really, really powerful options, and then they proceed to kill the chaplain immediately, because the chaplain is the only thing that could deconvert the crew. Yeah. Once the chaplain is dead, you can order, and I believe there's an automatic send for fucking, what is it, the holy water and Bibles, which can also be used to cleanse it, but it's essentially just the chaplain, because once a cosmic cult is going, they're going, and it's going to take way too long. As well as the fact that smart cosmic cultists will just, you know, they'll just go through, they'll kill the fucking security members, they'll kill cargo, and there'll be nothing you can really do about it. And yeah, that's basically how every cosmic cult round goes, because either the cosmic cultists are stupid and get themselves caught way too early, or they just kind of auto-win because of the speed of which they can convert people. Convert. So, I have some suggestions. First of all, make the chaplain able to detect the monument at all times. This might seem like a weird thing. You know, why would we want to allow people to, meta grudge, meta calm, meta whatever, go searching for the monument immediately? Here's the thing. This would force the cosmic cultists to defend the base actively in case the chaplain walks in. This also makes the chaplain an even bigger threat, which makes them have to do something active a lot earlier. Another thing, mind shielded personnel should not be allowed to put in their mind shield once again. Yeah. This was a thing that I believe was patched out on Funky. I don't know if every server that has the Cosmic Cultists enabled, like, fucking does the thing. But essentially, what would happen is you'd find Haas or a Sekoff, preferably Haas. You take them down with your shunt because your shunt is fucking broken. Also, I will say, shunt is the one stun mechanic that I don't think is broken, because anyone that's trying to play the video game will not be affected by shunt. Shunt only works on people completely unaware, which is a good thing. I think that is a very good choice, and I think the shunt is fair, it's fun, and it's interesting. It is loud as fuck, and cool as fuck. I like it. I like the shunt. Another thing I like, I'll tell you after I finish the section here. Yeah, mind shielded personnel should not be allowed to re-mind shield themselves. In fact, make re-mind shielding break the cosmic cult thing, because I don't think having a easy way, I don't think having like the only way to deconvert cosmic cultists being so archaic and centered on one job type is a good idea. Especially because mind shields are usually expensive. One thing I will say I like about the cosmic cult, and this will be the last part of the video, holy fucking shit, the art style is so good. The presentation. Like, look at my Ascended form right here. Look at me. I'm so fucking cool, dude. Look at the unknown. Look at the unknown. Look at the unknown, dude. He's so fucking cool. I don't know who the artist is for, like, the Cosmic Cult, but holy shit, it's so fucking good. God, I love the Cosmic Cultists. Yeah, gameplay-wise, the Cosmic Cult could use a bit of work. In fact, I think it could use a lot of work. And I think there's a lot you could do with it to differentiate it from Revs and Blood Cult, and especially zombies. Yeah. And I think the biggest thing, though, go further into the space cosmic horror type thing. Like, just go for it. In fact, here's an idea. Make the cosmic cultists able to interact without dying with the singularity. Like, for reference, the background of the cosmic cult, like the background that forms when the ACDM begins to rise, is a giant black hole. So let the cosmic cultists have an interaction with the singular. I don't know what it would be. I don't really have any ideas. I think maybe the singular could even act as a monument. Maybe a cosmic cultist could become the singularity. Maybe during the Ascension, the crew has to shut down the singularity or something. I don't know. I just think that it's a little bit of a shame that the cosmic cultists, whose entire thing is the cold vacuum of space, and like, look at that super massive black hole behind the singularity that you're seeing on screen right now. Look at that! That is so cool! Think about it! What better thematic could there be? You know? You could even also substitute the Tesla or the SM for map polarity, but still, I think that's a cool idea. Anyway, yeah, the Cosmic Cultist, of all of the Antags I've played and all the Antags I've fought against, every time it's a Cosmic Cultist round, it's fun, it's interesting, and the only time it sucks is when people are either shitters or suck at the Cosmic Cult, which is fair. That's a lot of Antags have that problem. I'd like to thank Wayfield H, User Face Test, Lalt Art, Some Kitty Cat, Northstar, Punch 23, Weapons Mortimer, and Phil and Timo. You two can support the show down below. I give up on advertising this thing. Anyway, that's the video. Bye.